When you upload files to standard cloud providers, they hold ultimate control. If their infrastructure is breached, your private files are exposed. For day 14, we are going to change that. You will use local cryptography to secure your data before it ever touches a third-party server. To complete this lab, a dummy file with test data, a local encryption tool, and a cloud storage account. Local encryption ensures the cloud provider never possesses the keys required to read your files. Even with total access to the physical hardware, the provider can only see encrypted blocks of data. Open your local encryption software and initiate the creation of a new RSA key pair. This generates two linked components. The first is your public key. This acts as a lock. Its only function is to seal your data. The second component is your private key. This is the only mechanism capable of opening that lock. You will be prompted to protect this private key with a passphrase. If you lose this password, the data in your encrypted files becomes unrecoverable. By holding the private key on your local machine, you establish yourself as the sole mathematical authority over your data's decryption. Locate your dummy financial file in your local operating system directory. Right-click the file and select the Sign and Encrypt command, using the public key you just generated to secure it. Once the process is finished, a new file will appear with a .gpg or .enc extension. If you open the original file, you can clearly read the sensitive financial data inside, but opening the encrypted version reveals only a dense wall of scrambled, illegible alphanumeric characters. This unreadable output is known as ciphertext. The encryption process makes the data illegible to anyone without the key, allowing you to move sensitive information through public infrastructure while maintaining its privacy. Log into your cloud storage dashboard in your web browser. Watch the file extensions closely. Mixing up these files during the upload phase is a critical security error. Never upload the original plain text file to the cloud. That would leave your data readable to anyone with access to the cloud server. Drag and drop only the encrypted ciphertext file into your cloud environment. We will now verify this security by simulating a cloud provider data breach. Download the cloud file onto a separate device that does not have your private key installed. Try to open the file. It displays as garbled noise because the system lacks the instructions required to reassemble the data into its original form. This test confirms that the security of the cloud's infrastructure is no longer the deciding factor for your data's privacy. You have successfully applied zero trust principles to this personal asset. The final step is an essential part of real-world security operations. Securely delete the original local plaintext file from your hard drive. With the local plaintext gone, the encrypted cloud file is now the only existing version of the asset. Your data is now protected by a key that you control, rather than the security policies of a hosting company. Tomorrow, we will look at what happens when those local keys are lost in our lesson on disaster recovery.